Om Shanti. Today, 16th September 2023, Baba says, sweet children, you have the responsibility of making every home into heaven. Give everyone the aim of becoming pure from impure. Imbibe divine virtues. Question. What do you children experience by doing into God's lap? Answer is, the children who go into the God's lap experience the celebration of an auspicious meeting. You know that the conference age is the age to celebrate a meeting with God. You celebrate a meeting with God and make Bharat into heaven. You children meet God personally at this time. Throughout the whole cycle, no one else can celebrate a personal meeting. This is your very small godly clan. Shiv Papa is the grandfather and Brahma is the father, and you children are brothers and sisters. There is no other relationship. Song played for this, the birds of the new age. Om Shanti. When Baba comes, you should first sit in silence for a little time, because first of all a donation of remembrance is given. It is only by having remembrance that impure ones are made pure. You children make donation and receive them. The Father comes and changes thorn into birds, and the birds then become flowers. You know that your service is to make each one worthy of heaven. Just as you are becoming worthy of that, the Father comes and first gives you health and then gives you wealth. There is first peace and then happiness. In fact, there is happiness in both. Your children want both peace and happiness. All the sannyasis, etc., just want peace. Sannyasis don't want happiness. They cannot give happiness. Even if they do give peace, that is for momentary happiness. They say that a happiness is just like the chopping of a crow. Sannyasis generally want peace in order to attain liberation. No one else can give you liberation. This is called unlimited liberation, and unlimited liberation in life, which only the unlimited Father can give. You know that at this time all are thorns. Thorns prick you. The Father says they all kill one another with the sword of lust. They don't know that using the sword of lust is violence. When you indulge in vice, you cause one another sorrow from the beginning through the middle to the end. This is the world of sorrow. Heaven is called a world of happiness. When the world is new and the Bharat is new, the people of Bharat who are worshipper of the deities know that there used to be a kingdom of those deities and it was called heaven. They do feel that. They go to a Lakshmi and Narayan temple and sing their praise. They believe that they were the masters of Bharat. They feel that Bharat was heaven, but that is just for a short time, like a breeze. They do realize that since there are many temples built to Lakshmi and Narayan, there must have been their kingdom too. They are called the emperor and empress. However, they have forgotten what they were that, when they were that. This is such a simple mistake. It has not been a long time, it's a matter of just 5,000 years ago. It is 2000 to 2500 years since Christ Buddha exists. It is said of them they are reincarnated. In fact, each one reincarnates. A soul come and enter, and that too is called a reincarnation. However, the names of the elders are remembered first. It is said the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, which come and enter a body when he incarnates. This is the meaning of reincarnation. This is said to those who are well known. For example, there are the reincarnations of Buddha and Christ. You can see Bharat's connections with the Buddhists and Christians. They show that Guru Nanak existed about 500 years ago. His incarnation is only a small one. whereas those Christ and Buddha are big. So everyone reincarnates. They call out to the Supreme Father, Supreme Soul, but they don't know when or how he will come. He definitely has to enter a body. However, because he does not take a physical birth, that is called the reincarnation. He does not become a small child. The biggest reincarnation is said to be of Supreme Father, Supreme Soul. They sing that the Supreme Soul has 24 reincarnations. They say that he also incarnated it in every stone. They continue to fall so much. Just as Bharat became degraded, whatever they say also continue to be degraded. The Father is the creator of new world, so he would surely come at the confluence of old and the new. His is called the biggest reincarnation of all. The reincarnation of Shiv is said to be the greatest of all. However, people don't understand this because they have turned their faces away from the Supreme Father. They definitely know about him being incorporeal, but they don't know when the Supreme Soul comes or what he does when he comes. It cannot be said that Vishnu has a reincarnation. The deity religion cannot be said to be a reincarnation. You would say that the deity religion is established. They create a play of reincarnation of Vishnu. In fact, there is no question of the reincarnation of Vishnu. You are now becoming the part of Vishnu's clan. This is God clan. This Brahma is a child of Shiv and you are the children of Brahma. This is called the godly clan. The Supreme Father, Supreme Soul say, I come and make you belong to me. I come and become the father of you children. I am everyone's father anyway, but you now belong to me through Brahma. And this is why you called me Dada, grandfather. Father is Brahma and grandfather is Shiv Baba. I am the father of souls anyway. You all know that I have come now. Only now do you meet me. You meet with unlimited Father when he gives you birth. I have adopted you through Brahma. You cannot be children born through vice. There are so many people, there are so many brothers and sisters, so all of them are mouth-born creations. A dynasty of sannyasis is not said because there is no connection of grandfather or father in that. Here, there is a father and also Dada, grandfather. This one is also called Dada, elder brother. Brahma sometimes calls Dada as elder brother. The father comes and make you belong to him. You know that you have come into God's lap. This is an auspicious meeting. Meeting of God to the Supreme Soul. Meeting of God to souls is an auspicious meeting. The meeting takes place at the confluence age. There is a confluence of three rivers. What happens in that? There is an auspicious meeting between Guru and followers. That is physical. The auspicious meeting of soul and Supreme Soul is remembered. This is the best. Soul meet with Supreme Father, Supreme Soul. There is no question of rivers of water in that. You are sitting here. This is your very important auspicious meeting. Souls are living beings. The Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul has taken this body on loan. This is called an auspicious meeting. It is said the Kumbh Mela. A Kumbh is also called a confluence. The meeting of three rivers is named to be Kumbh. What is the biggest confluence of all? That of the ocean and the rivers. The biggest river is the Brahmaputra. Baba enters this one, and so the meeting of ocean and Brahmaputra is there anyway. It is now the Kumbh Mela of confluence age. All of you meet the Father, the ocean of knowledge. This can be called a godly Kumbh Mela. This is a meeting of soul with the Supreme Soul. Kumbh and confluence are one and the same thing. You children know that you are carrying out the establishment of heaven for yourself. You have to remain pure while living at home. Where there is a purity, there would be called heaven. When children remain pure, there is purity, peace, and happiness. Your state should be like that of deities. You should not have any defect. This is called heaven. That is called heaven. That then become heaven permanently. You have to become that worthy at home. This is why it is said, make every home into heaven. You make human being worthy of going into heaven. It is sung of you. It is sung of you. You make every home into heaven. In the golden age, there was heaven in every home. It is not that anymore. You have to give the children who claim the inheritance from the Father the aim of becoming pure from impure while sitting at home. This is the biggest of all pilgrimages where Shiv Baba, the ocean, and you soul, the Gangas of knowledge, would definitely be. This is the biggest and highest Mela of all. All those Mela are the path of devotion, whereas this is the Mela that is the path of knowledge. The Mela of path of devotion continue for birth after birth, whereas the Mela of the path of knowledge only take place one. This is a spiritual meeting. The Supreme Soul come from Supreme Abode to meet his children. This is the biggest pilgrimage and Mela. This living ocean can go anywhere, whereas non-living oceans do not go anywhere. This ocean goes. Your children also goes on invitations. The ocean of knowledge move with this river Brahmaputra. All of you are different type of rivers. Some of you are pure and some are impure. Sometimes many of those who are unable to remain pure come. At least they come. Even householders living outside come. They are allowed to come. It is not that everyone would be allowed. When some friend or relatives come, they are allowed to come in order to be uplifted. Otherwise, there are many regulations. No one impure can come into the court of Indra. No guide or angel can bring any impure with them. This is why Father says, be cautious. You receive a certificate when you bring someone with you or when you send someone, the responsibility is yours. In fact, the centers give invitation. So many impure ones must be going there. It is only when impure ones go to a center and then you make them pure. The ocean is sitting here, and this is why there are the disciplines. Their pulse is felt. There are many different doctors and surgeons. When Mama, Baba or the special children speak to them, they can instantly tell whether something sits in their intellects or not. When you explain to them, then there are two fathers, they would instantly accept it. They are given the method. Everyone remembers the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. We are children of such a Father. It is just that you don't know his occupation. Your children have understood that whatever name or form of person come with, he definitely have to have that name and form again after 5,000 years. The picture of Christ can only be made identical to that at that time. The picture of another person could not be made like that. The form of Krishna cannot be the form of any other person. You souls have now become impure by taking different name, form and places in different time periods. You are now being made pure. You know that the Father is the benefactor and the Ravan is the one who causes you harm. It is the Father who gives everyone salvation. In that, it is not just human being, but everything else also receives salvation. Hell is destroyed, heaven is established. Give invitation to whoever came in the previous cycle, Punjabis, Parsis, etc. The Father has come. There is nothing wrong in beating the drum about this. Your pictures are very good. You are now becoming worthy of a temple. It requires a lot of effort to improve the evil spirit. It requires so much effort to remove the vices and defect in order to marry Lakshmi and Narayan. Some are slapped by an evil spirit of lust, some by an evil spirit of anger, and others by an evil spirit of attachment. Then they completely fall. They fall even because of greed. When some daughters from good homes see a sweet mithai, they take it and eat it secretly. Greed has brought a loss to so many. They steal due to influence of greed. At first you were in a bhatti and everyone now has to create a bhatti in their home. The father created one big bhatti. Now he say you first have to stay in a bhatti for 7 days. Nowadays it is very difficult for anyone to stay in a bhatti. When someone goes to a center, he is colored, but when he goes back home, it fades away. There is an influence of bad company. It now requires a lot of efforts. Your children know that you are sitting in God's lap. Clan. There is Dada, Baba, and you only brothers and sisters. The Brahmin clan is remembered as the most elevated clan. You can also give this knowledge to those Brahmins. Brahmins are the highest, and only these confluence age Brahmin become deities. First of all the Brahmins have even higher than the deities. The tap knot is the highest. Those Brahmin worship the deities and they consider themselves to the worshippers and then to be worthy of worship. You can explain this to those worshipper priest Brahmin in the temple. You are true confluence age Brahmins. You are the mouth-born creation of Brahma. You are now becoming deities. It would definitely be Supreme Soul, Supreme Father who make you into the deities of heaven. Acha, essence for dharana. First point, check if there are any defect in you and remove that. Beware of the influence of bad company. Imbibe divine virtues and make yourself worthy. Homework, it's like homework. Second point is serve to make every home into heaven. Chase away any evil spirit by having remembrance of the Father. Continue to celebrate an auspicious meeting with the Father. Blessing for today is, may you overcome all problems as a flying bird by letting your eternal sanskar emerge. Detail. In your eternal form, all of you are those who fly, but because of your burden, instead of being flying birds, you have now become caged birds. Now let your eternal sanskar emerge once again. That is, stabilize in your angelic form. This is called making easy effort. When you become a flying bird, you will be up above and any adverse situation will stay down below. This is the solution to all problems. Baba is giving solution to all problems. Just applied it. Slogan for today is to consider there to be the benefit at every step and to donate the power of peace to every soul is to do true service. I am repeating, to consider there to be benefit at every step and to donate the power of peace to every soul is to do true service. Acha, Om Shanti.